Hey guys, welcome to the Airgun Retirees YouTube channel. What pellet you shooting?
These are Air Arms Falcon 13. I think they're 13.4 grain.
What pellet you shooting?
These are Air Arms Falcon 13. I think they're 13.4 grain. There's two in the same hole. Three in the same hole. Four in the same hole. Five in the same hole. Six in the same hole. Seven in the same hole. Eight in the same hole. And we're so we'll switch over and try these.
Now, were those right out of the tin, or were those sorted, or were those
right straight out of the tin? This gun is amazing. It's got a CZ barrel in it. I've had a couple other guns that have had CZ barrels, and they're amazing. They're just accurate. I love this gun. It's not a bench gun, but it's got a bench grade trigger in it for sure. It's only, the trigger breaks at 2.5 ounces right out of it. That's just the way I got it. Some guys think that's way too light for a hunting gun, which this is primarily a hunting gun for birds in a dairy farm. But I love light triggers. Anytime you have a light trigger, you are inducing less human influence on the gun, so the easier the trigger breaks, the more accurate your potential is. Now this is a heavier pellet. This is a 15.9 grain. I'm going to move over to the next target. And
are these the Normas?
These are Norma 15.9s. I'm not going to adjust anything, and you can see where the pellet lands. That was the same hole, same center of the target. Two in the same hole. Three in the same hole. Four in the same hole. Five. Six. Seven. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 in one hole. Now I'm going to switch over to Norma wad cutters. We haven't hunted with wad cutters yet. Wad cutters are good. They're very accurate indoors with no wind, but the dairy barns have some flow-through ventilation. They have ventilation fans in the dairy barns, so we really don't know how these are going to do in some kind of a wind. But you'll see here real quickly on target what these will do.
Have you done any chrono work on these?
I have. I don't have the numbers. I do have numbers on the Air Arms Falcons. These are shooting 591 feet per second on the Falcons, but they're a lighter 13 grain pellet. So the 16s naturally are slower feet per second. These are 14s, so they're kind of between. So we'll see how these wad cutters do. That one flew a little bit right. Same hole. Same hole. Now these chamber a little bit hard, but you got to remember they're a flat nose pellet, square shoulders, so they're not going to chamber as smoothly as a round nose pellet. Okay, I think I shot 8 that time. So let's go down and look at the targets.
Okay.
Alrighty, this first target was shot with the Air Arms Falcon pellets.
It's got a little bit of glare on there. There you go.
13.43 grain. And of the 3 groups, this is probably the most accurate. These were unsorted, straight out of the tin, 1 hole, and I think I had 3 sighters down here, but I think there's 9 shots right there in 1 hole. Next pellet we shot was the Norma Golden Trophy Field Target, and these are 15.9 grain. A little bit larger group, but not bad. Still one ragged hole you can stick a pencil in. And then the last group was the Norma S Target Match 14 grain wad cutter, and I pulled one right here, but the rest of them are in 1 hole over here. So kind of gives you the idea of the accuracy of the Vixen. Again, this is 10 meters indoors, no wind, but again, CZ barrel, super accurate.
Amazing!
What we doing?
Well, I thought I'd cover a little bit of information about how to load some magazines. So first up is magazines for AGT Vixen. This is 22 caliber. We do a little trick here. We use a super metal marker, put little paint dots on the magazines. That way we can identify the magazines that may be problematic. Maybe we're having trouble with, one magazine or another jamming. So we can easily identify which magazine that is. And then when we're in the field, a lot of times it's difficult to load a magazine because your hands are cold and you may be a person that's got big hands and you can't get a hold of little tiny pellets. A little trick we use is we pick up the pellets with a pair of tweezers, and we can easily drop the pellet in with a set of tweezers. So it's just an easy way to load your magazines. So I'm not a proponent of leaving magazines loaded when you're not using them, and the reason being is there's a spring in here, a coil spring, and when that spring is wound, it's under tension, and if you leave it set for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, that could loosen or weaken your spring. So when I get home from shooting and if I've got extra pellets left in my magazine, I just take a pencil, hold it over the top of your pellet tin, and push the pellets out, and you're done. Now there's no tension on the magazine.